Okay guys, a little bit of a hard day today. But it's fine. I didn't, I fell flat on my face and then I got back up. It wasn't like a total devastation dealing with planning a memorial for the child I lost. The reason why I'm doing this too, not only does my child deserve the dignity that that child should have had when nobody wanted that child, is this is not going to be in vain. This will not be something that happened that is going to go to waste. God doesn't waste anything. So today I grieved. I grieved at a different level than I ever have, and I was able to get out everything, to just get it out on paper. Um, Something had hit me in one of the pieces of paper about what that memorial is going to look like. It talked about, talking about where we're from. This is going to be private, but where we're from, and I just spoke truth into that, like where I'm from in my story, who the father was. That was our child, it was his child. Putting down the facts really helped, and then to be able to get it all out. And I had written a letter before, I'm sorry to my baby for what had happened, that I wasn't strong enough to defend myself and you against the people who wanted an abortion for me. I honestly did not know what abortion was. I knew that being pregnant was like almost like a disease, is what I was taught. It was an awful thing to get fat, is what I learned. I somehow heard the word abortion. Someone in my family had one, and I heard it in passing, and I think that had been decided for me, and I didn't even know what it was. In fact, when one of the first people I told, he had said to me, it was one of my best friends. He had said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for you. Oh my goodness." I'm like, what? What? It wasn't that big of a deal. I just kind of blurted it out, and my friend, one of my good friends, I had slept over her house, and I told her, we were sleeping on a waterbed, and I told her, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, are you all right? Are you okay?" And I was just like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be?" kind of thing. So I had no idea what it was, and then I shared this story. This is like my founding story of when I came to feel my firstborn son kick. I didn't think he would kick that quickly. I didn't look pregnant. I had gained a total of 22 pounds with him. So when he kicked, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, wait a minute." I just started, getting triggered to start looking at the development of a child. What you need to know when you are pregnant. That was one of the books. And I was just devastated. I took all the blame. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, that was a child, that was a baby," and I blamed myself, which is very common when women start dealing with the abortion issue. And it was years later that I put the blame where it belonged, and how the adults made the decision. They wanted to save face. My boyfriend's father was a fire chief in a small town, so he didn't want anyone to know. And it wasn't even that I was pregnant. It really wasn't, because they knew that we were having sex and stuff. It was they didn't want anyone else to know. They didn't want people to know. They had a name to protect in society and in the community. So that's what it was about. So I did do this letter, and I did name my baby, even though I didn't know how far along I was. I didn't know if it was a boy or girl. I named my baby. And I named, the father of the baby. And so it's all good, just to get it out. Just to get it out. And I would encourage women to do that, because this abortion is so hidden. It is still in the back alley. Spiritually, emotionally, I would even say still sometimes physically, it's done, so people can't see this, or it's done in the name of healthcare. It's a huge denial thing. It's amazing how the government is also covering this up. So I do not plan on this being in vain. What I went through all the years of PSTD, um, or PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. Yeah. I the loss of what I could have had, the dreams I could have had. Um, so it's just not going to go in vain. It's going to be used. I will do everything I can to use my story to help other women know the truth and to bring down these abortions. That is my goal, and that is not my main goal. My main goal is for women to come to know Christ and understand God's forgiveness and how painful this is. This is so painful. Um, Without God's grace and without other women around you to be there for you, so many women, I believe, deal with this all their life. They carry it. Young girls, they commit suicide and everything. And you need women around you. And when you didn't have anyone before to help you, I mean, I never said I wanted an abortion. I never even said I didn't even want this baby. I did not get to the point of even making a decision. So this is really painful stuff. And so when you're a mother of a dead child, it's different for abortion. It's different when this cannot come to light. It cannot be dealt with people, around you who will grieve that child. So I highly recommend getting into a center and be with other women who will grieve with you. We will have this memorial, and I'm looking forward to it. And we will be doing this together. And I have a song I think I'm still going to do a little more research, but I'm going to have a song there too for my baby that I lost. So, encouraging women to grieve is really important, and this is what I'm saying to you. Get in a place where you can heal and grieve. Okay, thanks guys.